World Pro Racing, where sim racing becomes real. And the times have been put on the board. The race here, the official Maltese Gran Turismo race, is going to be interesting right now. This is the grid backing up right now, and you're going to be seeing this one all the way through. Kyokudo then on the pole, Zimbu there in second, and Don Racing in third. Robert then will be starting from fourth position, with Matt in fifth and Del Sol in sixth. There you can see Kenias there, and of course Kyle in eighth. 3, 2, 1. And you can see how much of a gap you get as you go and get yourself going. So 15 laps already put on the board, and it's time to work hard. You get 1.5 second split between those drivers, and those near the back already starting to have a scramble at this point in time. One already around actually there at the back. So that will be Baloo there, I believe that is, going for a big issue there. Just struggling, and was way out wide. Got a huge hit as well from Brent. Kyokudo in complete control, of course, at the front of this field, and stretching the margin out to Zimbu at the front. Don Racing under immense amounts of pressure, though, at this point. You can see how Robert's trying to angle for a line, but you can see the gap there. It's about 2 car lengths here as they hit the brakes towards turn number 1, and it closes all the way down to 1 car length. That's a look to the inside, trying to pick up the run on the exit there. A lot more brave, but Kyokudo completely dominant at the front. 3.2 seconds. Del Sol still has there behind the penalised Robert just behind him. So lap 3 of 15. Drivers will already be looking at the tyres, going they're not quite at their best. Maybe expect a pit stop around lap 7, 8, 9, 10. Side by side as the 2 Porsches go at it. Don and Matt trying to have a good run. Matt trying to open up the corner here through Maltese, defended hard by Don through this section. And is this going to be a move, as we see on replay, just how close it gets? You can see the contrasting lines a lot wider from Don moving forward, but for the time being, Matt just having to stay in line, takes that big wide line, trying to open up every corner possible, almost like trying to open up a can of tuna, for example, and through up the hill through this wondrous section of road. But now you can see Matt again gets a good run, and again will have to go the long way around here at this section. Has the overlap, has the overspeed. Don slots back into line, and there is a change for the podium now as Matt makes his way up there ahead of Don Racing. Trying to get through. Oh, Don, huge wiggle. What a save going through that section. So easy to get it wrong, but a nice recovery there from the Porsche. Let's get a look on replay. You can see there, 1 kick, 2 kicks, red kick, blue kicks as he went through that section. So easy to get it wrong, but now it puts him in the clutches of the Mercedes behind of Robert. Here's some side by side because Don Racing's coming straight back here at Matt. And that came out of nowhere. There's a 1 second 1 second penalty actually coming in from behind. But look at that from Matt down the inside at Pujon, and has got it done. So 1 second's worth of penalty will be administered to Robert at the moment, as administered by the system, and that's so defensive there. End of lap 5, start of lap 6. Also second comes in, so the soft tyres not lasting very long. And here's the strategy that comes into play. A new fresh set of tyres comes up for them, and away they will go. There you can see side by side, 5th and 6th, and that's a change. So Del Sol jumps over there Robert, who will have a 1 second penalty to add on top of any respective race time, which is down to 0.8 of a second at this moment in time. So has served a couple tenths of a second of that penalty, but Del Sol at the moment trying everything to get going, and the strategy has worked for the moment, but the different compound of tyre now will make life a little bit tougher. There is Zimbu in second place right now, 8 seconds, nearly 9 seconds now off of the race lead, but that battle third still heating up, but no change to position just yet. We are at the halfway stage of this race in the second half. Coming up right now, it's all about momentum. And here comes Don Racing now, moving to the inside, which will turn very swiftly to the outside through this section. Matt holding it side by side as they go through. They're going to go too wide at Blanchimont, ladies and gentlemen. Through the right they go, and it is Matt with the bravery that gets it done. But Don Racing refusing to give up then in this scrap, trying to work it on the outside, but cannot get anywhere near close enough to make a move a reality. A little bit of too much curb for Don Racing as we go from driver's eye once again, but he's still got a great run off for the exit. Still going to have a look here to the left-hand side at Pujon and trying to make it work. He's got the move done. Great little look down the inside, but This is all just feeding into the flames that are coming along of battling too much. It's not going to make life very easy at all. So Don Racing now just suddenly finds himself back on the podium, but it's a long way to home. This is interesting. Del Sol comes down in on the medium compound tyre, so obviously the medium was not doing it. The race was not quite working here for Del Sol, and this might just be a change of tyre. And again, a change comes in as well for Kanyas there behind, who came in on the hard compound tyre. As the race leader comes in on the soft tyres, so this will be tyres, this will be fuel, and this will be back out going again, as also Zimbu comes in to make that stop. So soft again, most likely. Split it up into 3 stages of 5. Then at the end of lap 10 coming in. So this is going to be key then. That penalty marker is down to 1/10 for Matt now. So that's going to be key in terms of hitting the box. Don Racing as well is in there for the stop. They can see just getting the fuel out and away. There goes Robert just behind as well, who's got his penalty down to 1/10 of a second too. So that's going to be not ideal for Don, who knows that he had the advantage, and now all of a sudden it's all gone. One car, nose to tail. That is effectively 1/10 it is right now, and Don knows he's got to attack immediately, coming out of the pits and does so, really pinching Matt down to the inside, who lifts out of it and lets Don have it and moves back onto the podium. That was a crucial overtake there from Porsche against Porsche. Don Racing back onto the podium. It's been chopping and changing all race long. Pick up the run off the exit. There in 5th is Robert just behind and trying everything to make this one work and keep it all nice and calm in position. Close though he is, he's still got to stay with the Porsches heading through the opening corners. The bar none sensational so far, but it is all about now this scrap for the podium. 3 for it, and here looks Matt going to the outside, has the overlap already, and Don's got nothing to fight with that overspeed that was there. The Porsche's trading almost every lap. A yellow flag was there briefly for an instant just in front of them. That may have been the lap traffic, and this could be the move on the outside towards turn 1. Bit of aesthetic damage there on the right there, as you can see on the brakes. Just can't get there on the brakes. There has to just check up a little bit earlier, and there is that longer wheelbase, of course, that comes along from that Mercedes, and that's going to make life just a little bit tougher for the corners. It's built for straight line, is that Mercedes, and up the hill, Eau Rouge Radion. You can see sparks coming off there of Don's Porsche, trying to make sure everything works, and now the traffic comes into play, and Matt Slow made a mistake up the hill, loses both places. This could be 2 for 1 in one Kemmel straight. Are we going to see something like Hakkinen and Schumacher 2000 with the lap traffic potentially on the brakes? No, straight to the inside it'll have to be, and positions stay the same between them. So Don back on the podium, Robert there into 4th place, and 5th is Matt. This has opened the door for Matt here to try and dive down the inside, just like and that. It's going to be a case of, with 2 laps to go, it's the move sorted round the outside of last source. What a move from the Porsche of Matt to get past Robert. That was exactly what was needed. Think outside the box, couldn't get the inside. We'll try the long way around. Here's the replay on the brakes. The back was sliding out a bit as well on the brakes. He was trying to jam it up, even locked it a little bit, I think, there with the rear axle, but did enough to get the move, and it's coming straight back. Oh, there's no room there, and 1 second's penalty adjudicated to Robert, trying to look for the inside. That would have been for car-to-car contact between the pair of them as they went on through that section. So Robert gets the short end of the stick there, with Matt really giving him only 1 car, my way or the highway, and it was the highway in the end for Robert. He gets a second's penalty as administered by the system. Here's Kyokudo though with 1 lap to go and a little bit more here around this Spa-Francorchamps circuit. The gap over Zimbu is 18 seconds. The fight for 3rd is near 40 seconds at this point, looking towards 45 it may be come the end of the race, but it's still not over. 3 still fighting for that 1 place. If things go wrong for Don Racing, if things go wrong for Matt, if those 2 run into each other, take each other out, they could be in a whole world of hurt, and then even with a second's penalty, it still could be Roberts come at the end of the race. Try and find it on the outside. Look at this, side by side up the Kemmel, and Roberts there waiting. He's thinking, come on, please, come together, go kablamo. But now, through this section on the brakes, it's going to have to be a lift off. The gap comes down to 8 tenths now in terms of the penalty for Robert, and wide goes Matt, struggling on the tyres a little bit, maybe starting to slide, starting to lose the grip ever so slightly as they go on through. Down the hill once again. Don Racing, though, finds himself in a very, very nice place in this one there. For Kyoto, who's making his way through Blanchimont corner and now to the final chicane. It has been an awe-inspiring performance, and I have very seldom seen this level of dominance when it comes to racing like this. Kyoto will come to the line and absolutely obliterate the rest of the field. Zimbu will come to take second position. It will be a long wait as it's 20 seconds the gap is at the moment, and keep an eye out on that third place scrap, because I don't think that this one's over. Not yet. You still got to guarantee it. There's second. Brent will pick up 10th place there, one lap down, but there is Zimbu in second, and there is the 11th place car right in front of Dawn Racing, right at the death. So through the next left of Blanchimont, and that will be Baloo, and this could be the last chance. Oh, almost contact. They went on through there. That was a little cheeky, trying to get the last fringes of draft up here through this section. Is that a bit too deep from Don? I think he's just got a chance. Oh, contact, and Matt, I think, is going to try and steal it on the line. He will. He won't. 3, 4, and 5. They will go in a formation finish. Robert couldn't capitalise on both of them. That was well redressed there by Matt, making sure that that was not going to be there. You can see he gets ahead, but ultimately lifts off of it over the line in an act of sportsmanship there. Kyokudo with an absolutely fantastic run. Pole position, fastest lap, a clean race as well. Get the trifecta working for all of that one. So that is a brilliant race win for Kyokudo. You could not ask for anything better than that in terms of a race. We'll see you in a week's time. This event is brought to you by World Pro Racing, the Malta Motorsport Federation, Game Breaker Malta, WJ England and Son, Melita, Media Looks, Restream.io, Gaming Malta, VisitMalta.com, and TVM Sport. World Pro Racing, where sim racing becomes real.